Releasing the golf club at the moment of impact is one of the most important keys to be able to square that club face up, but also get more power. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at that specific element on how you can utilize your wrists using this hack motion sensor to ensure that we're unloading as much power through the golf ball and hitting better shots. Now, Hack Motion has come out with this incredible new device with all new sensor capabilities and streamlined the process of getting immediate feedback on how to see the movement of your wrists throughout the golf swing. So we're going to be putting these graphics up on the screen so you can see exactly what to do to release that golf club with power. Let's talk about the movement of the wrist as we take the golf club back. So at address, we're going to see a slight amount of angle between the back of the right wrist for the right hander and the forearm. Now from here, as I swing back, we're going to see that that number increases. Now, as a general reference, we're going to look to get about a 90-degree angle between the front arm and the club shaft. And a big part of that is allowing that back wrist to hinge back. Now, as I get to that position, to release the golf club with power, we need to unload that angle down into the ball. So we're going to hit a very small shot just doing that movement. So we're going to increase the angle and then unload it. Now, as I do that, the amount of power that I felt coming down on the ball was quite profound. Now, if we do the opposite for the player that wasn't releasing the golf club with power, we're going to see that the angle from the back of their right wrist will tend to stay pretty constant. And then from here, if I try and hit the golf ball hard, I have to use so much body and force it to try and get the same amount of distance. Whereas if I just allow my wrists to hinge slightly on the way back and then unload it, we can get so much power without it feeling like it's a big effort. So without a doubt, guys, this is something that you need to work on to increase your ability to get speed through the golf ball. So the next piece we're going to look at is the rotation of the club throughout the movement. Now, a lot of players are under the assumption that you want to try and keep the club face facing the target for as long as you can in the backswing and also in the follow through. But when you do that, as you'll see, there is no wrists being utilized, because for me to try and force this club to stay looking at the ball in the backswing and the follow through, I need to move my arms around in this old chicken wing fashion, and that doesn't allow this golf club to get that whipping feel. So how do we ensure that we're able to get that component of the release? We've understood that to get a powerful release, we need to hinge the wrist back in the backswing and unload them in the follow through. But secondary to that, we need to look at the rotation of the club face. And this golf club is designed on an angle, and it is built with the toe being heavier than the heel, so we can see that the club is going to rotate around itself. So we actually need to ensure that the club is turning not only in the backswing, but in the follow through. And when I hit that little chip shot down there, we saw how much club face rotation was in there, and that allowed us to get that speed. Now, a lot of players would think that that's going to make you more inaccurate, but remember, these golf clubs are designed to come back square. You don't need to force it. Working now on the understanding of that, what's the checkpoint that we need to look for to ensure that that club face is rotating correctly? As I swing halfway back, I'm going to ensure that I am hinging my wrist back, but also we're going to look at where the toe is pointing by this stage of the swing. We can see that it's pointing more up towards the sky and not down in this direction. It should be matching approximately about your spine angle by that stage. Now, as I do that, get into this position here and then continue to turn back to our 90-degree angle that we talked about, and then we go through and hit it. If I rewind to this stage of the swing, what you'll notice is the toe of the golf club, once again, is pointing up to the sky. This will also get our arms feeling long and extended through the moment of impact. That tour look that you see with so many of your favorite golfers. So what's a great drill to work on this? Well, essentially what you can do is you can actually break the golf swing down into just these small little half swings back and half swings through, using these as a checkpoint. Now, bringing awareness and using this sensor, for example, to put that number up and see that that is increasing that angle on the way back, so we're able to create about a 90-degree structure. But then on the way through, as I unload it, getting into this position where my arms are extended and the toe of the golf club is pointing more up towards the sky. Now this drill, is quite simply put, is called hit it hard and stop quick. Now, the reason this is one of my favorite drills that I give to so many players is because it forces you to control the golf club with your body, the arms, and the club working in unison to hit powerful little punch shots. As you can see, that one just fizzed off the face. So if the first time that you do this drill, you get a similar result that looks like this, and the arms are tucking around, we can see a big gap between these two, the ball really hasn't gone far. Well, you need to work and experiment on creating some more of this back right wrist hinge as you take the golf club away, and then unloading it to the point where the toe of the golf club is pointing up towards the sky. We really want to make sure that as we swing through, the toe is pointing up. If we swing through and the face is pointing towards the sky, we can see straight away how it's going to get that unnecessary separation through the arms. So just hitting a lot of little punch shots out here, small little half swings, feeling the back of the right wrist hinge back and through, unloading, and we can see how nice and penetrating that ball flight is. So one of the biggest keys here is getting a much better understanding of how to create that effortless power and speed throughout the golf ball. And using the hack motion sensor in combination with the hit hard and stop quick drill is just such a great way to be able to get a feel of what it's like to create effortless power and load it up in the backswing to unload it in the follow through. If you want to grab yourself one of these guys, make sure you go down in the description. We've got a nice little discount for you. I use it all the time in my practice, and it's incredibly helpful for not only myself, but all my students. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe and click like. It helps us in the algorithm, boost this up so we can get more of these videos out there for you. But until next time, I'm Kerrod Gray. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.